topic.
Oh
Um,
shit, yeah, that's a good point. Well, I
definitely
mean,
didn't think about
yeah,
that.
this is for our first stream. It's gonna be a little rough, but
Yeah.
and
Well,
whatnot. But
especially because I don't know anything about streaming. I've only ever done a few Sims videos and posted them. Um,
talk. That's about it. That's all we have to focus on. We're not fucking playing video games or anything like that. Uh,
this is true.
Starting there, I guess since I'm a little more used to it, I can kind of navigate. But do you, since this is going to be officially your thing, do you want to start us off?
Sure. Hello, folks. Welcome to Mental Stability Not Included, because everybody on this podcast has some sort of mental issue that they're dealing with. Um,
Not me. I'm perfect.
we were going
That's his
to
issue.
we were going to add in maybe at the end of the podcast to just check in on our mental stability after talking with each other for a few hours. So that'll be at the end of the podcast. But I am your main host, Lindsay. I am a almost 30-year-old woman, mother. Uh, don't do much in the way of streaming or anything. I tried once, but I like to talk, so that's where I'm at in life. And next to that, the person who in the family streams is my brother.
Yeah. For people who might see my stuff and whatnot, coming to mental stability not included in everything. You can call me Solo, Logan, Low, whatever. Fits your comfort. Being a 23 now, year old. Life's just slowly fading away for me. But yeah. I'm going to be hopefully co-hosting at least a few of these, if not most, with my sister, and accompanying us third, the odd one out of the group.
That would be me, Jeremy. Nice to meet y'all.
Jeremy
Ye-
is my partner, and we've been dating just over a year now. So we figured why not test out the relationship waters with the podcast.
yeah, it's gonna be lovely to watch this unfold.
It's like a can of worms just slowly being pulled back, but you know.
But yeah,
Um, yes, so I come from having Logan, my brother, who's 6 years younger than me. So we've lived life at different points, 6 years apart. So really, we've not been great. We were okay friends when we were younger, and then as we got older, we became better friends. We started having some of the same interests, like Dungeons and Dragons. That's actually how
Mm.
we both met Jeremy,
hmm
was through Dungeons and Dragons. Um, so that was like the main focal point that kind of brought us all together and brought us to this point of being like, well, we could just try out the podcast thing.
damn, that was rough there for a second. Continue.
Yeah, we could try out the podcast thing and see how it goes. So I figured the first episode could be about just learning about each other. Like I know a lot. I'm echoing a lot. Okay. I was gonna say the first podcast. I figured we could talk about just each other, getting to know each other a little bit more. Like I know a lot about Logan. I know a decent amount about Jeremy, but I figured our answers might shock us on certain things in life.
She knows just
So
enough about both of us to keep us from lying to the general public, which is slightly infuriating.
pretty much.
I have no idea what you're talking.
Just fucking cut out right there at the end. Whew.
We'll work on getting a proper mic set up and sitting in the same
Yeah,
room.
the first couple or few episodes is gonna be a little rough, but hopefully our zest will carry us through.
Our zest, our mental instability will carry us through.
Yes.
Uh, as the podcast suggests, that we don't have mental stability. So let's start off with an easy question for you guys. Do you eat or drink soup?
Mm.
both.
That's a cop out answer right there, Jeremy. It's a hard question. It's either eat or drink. I'm gonna go with eat.
I mean, yeah, I'd say I eat soup also because I'm not a big fan of when soup is liquidy. I like to get a piece of bread and soak the liquid into the bread and eat the broth that way.
Even then, with like chicken noodle soup, fucking, I still eat soup.
I mean, I get the answer though for both because
Because
it depends on what kind of soup you have.
requires a utensil commonly.
Yeah, but I mean, you can
You can
use
you
a
can't.
spoon to slurp up tea.
Yes, but they don't go. Ooh, let me get my fucking spoon for my tea. It's a nice, delicious. Another factor. It's a meal. It's not a drink. It's not
A
label
smoothie's a
for
meal.
Tomato
Smoothie
soup is a drink.
tomato soup is a meal.
It can be a drink. I mean, literally, tomato. Is it tomato? Okay, I'm not an alcohol. I'm not somebody who drinks a whole lot. Isn't tomato
Bloody Mary,
like,
yes.
yeah, and Bloody Mary?
The one who
Yes.
despises alcohol in this group, yes, immediately shouts that out.
Well, because I was trying to figure out how to phrase is it tomato and Bloody Mary, tomato soup and Bloody Mary, but I wasn't. Is it tomato soup or is
juice.
it tomato juice? Okay, so see,
believe.
tomatoes are just one of the most versatile fruit vegetable things.
I deny your reality and substitute my own potato.
Yeah,
Potato
that's
soup's
why
good.
we don't. That's why
Potato
we're
soup's
called
good.
mental stability not included. Because you just apply your own reality.
Always. There's nothing better to do than supply my own reality.
At the end of the day, like I talk about this with Jeremy quite a bit about how it just feels like we're in a simulation, and how though I do make the joke that if we were in a simulation, I would be thinner and I would be perfect. But like sometimes it just feels like you're in the simulation and you just got to make your own reality because sometimes you look and think people can't possibly be as stupid as they are with certain things.
Oh, they are.
Yeah, well, common sense is only talking about how often you have to use it nowadays and not how many people have it, so...
I guess this is true. All right, next question. And I don't want to hear both answer for this one. Do you typically follow your heart or your head?
Ooh, this is a good one. I'll give you that. This one's a good one.
I'd say I typically follow my heart because I'm a Cancer.
Don't you fucking bring those dumbass signs into this.
You know the zodiac signs are coming into this podcast.
I know they are, but I'm gonna shit
do
on you every single time you use them just
It's
because.
alright. Logan doesn't want to hear my answer to this, and I know he doesn't.
I'm gonna do a whole podcast where I go over both.
Jeremy,
of your birth
you have
charts.
15 seconds starting now. 1,
See, as a
2,
guy, I have to go
3.
with head.
4,
Not your
5,
normal head, your other head.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
Oh, good.
12, 13,
Well,
14, 15.
No, I was
he
done
gave
there.
his answer. I
Alright.
mean, that's the answer.
Do I need to give him another 10?
No,
No,
he,
that
he,
was
he
it.
gave his
Good.
answer. Yeah, no, you're good.
You
I
didn't get
didn't.
me?
No,
Uh,
I turned off the audio for myself. For my headset in particular. So it's still on stream and everything, but I don't edit my streams. So
well, everybody just got a whole flash of my background because I accidentally clicked the D&D thing or the OBS thing.
Oh.
So everybody gets to see all the games I don't play for like a hot second.
Yeah.
So what about you? Head or heart?
Well, I like to think of myself as an asshole, so I'd say head.
I mean, I would agree with that. Do you know why I'd agree with that?
I'm listening.
Do you want me to tell the story about you running your head into a window?
Okay. Alright, we're starting these off like this, huh? Go for it.
I mean, I can't even remember what age you were, but you were definitely...
I'd preface, I'm probably 7 at the oldest.
Yeah, you were young, and we were playing outside, and in the house we had a ramp because our grandpa Daughtry, who's passed now, lived with us, so he'd have to go up and down. Yeah, he's been passed for a while. He would have to go up and down the ramp, so we were on the ramp, so like the windows to the house were right there, and I was like, Logan, you can't go inside. There's dinosaurs. and he was like, I have to go to the bathroom. And I was like, I don't care. There's dinosaurs in the house. And this kid just full on, in his tiny little 7-year-old, 8-year-old rage,
I can't go
ran
through
his
the door.
head,
I'm gonna go through the window then, cause I had to take a shit.
ran his head through the window. It was something else.
Yep.
So I would agree that you think more with your head.
Wow.
Because you ran
No,
through it.
I was thinking about trying not to brown my pants there. All right.
Yeah, you would have been fine. Let's see. What's
I guess
Wait,
that would be thinking with my bowels and not so much my head.
I guess that would be true. You would be thinking with your bowels more than your head in that moment.
What do you have, a fucking typewriter over there?
He's probably playing Gundam.
I'm not supposed to, but yes, I am in the background.
I tried to turn him down a little bit because all I could hear was clicking.
Sounds like a fucking typewriter currently.
I turned him down a little bit. I don't know what else to do.
Does that work?
So far I'm not hearing any clickety clacking. I can hear it now.
I can hear it now.
I'll have to mess with my audio more.
Okay. So should we go deep or should we do funsies?
Let's start off light for the beginning of this. We're only 11 minutes in right now, so let's start off light.
Here, how about this? What is your favorite corny joke?
Favorite corny joke?
Yeah, I'm sure Jeremy's got a bunch of them.
Oh, I got one. You want me to go first?
Go for it.
All right. Now this one takes a little bit of setup, and obviously I didn't just randomly come across. Well, I guess technically yes, I did randomly come across this, but this one stuck with me for no particular reason. But you know how Eskimos used to hunt polar bears, right?
Sure.
They would go out on the ice and whatnot, and they'd cut, a big fucking hole in it like the seals use to come up and out and back in, to breathe and everything. And then they take these green peas, and they spread them around the hole, evenly distanced, roughly 13, 14 peas around the hole. And then they go sit off behind a snowbank where they can still see the edge of the hole and everything, and they sit there and wait. And then after a little while, polar bear who's hunting seals comes wandering along and everything. And they're sitting there waiting, and he walks up to the hole, and he sees all these green dots around, so he's looking at them and everything. And they walk up right behind him and kick him right in the ice hole.
So stupid.
But it got you.
I can't even think of a corny joke now that I've asked.
Mine's way worse than that.
Okay, go for it.
My favorite one is this. How does The Rock go to the bathroom?
God damn it.
I'm listening.
He Dwayne's the Johnson.
Yes.
I swear, Jeremy is a corny joke machine. It just loves the corny jokes. I don't know what a good corny joke is now off the top of
Can I? Oh, you got one?
Yeah, I got one,
Okay,
but it
go
might
for
not
it.
make much sense because it's more of a corny joke between Jeremy and I.
I got an extra.
watching-
I got an extra one so they don't feel copped out.
Okay, I was gonna say we were watching Dope or Nope, and Matthias brought on this duck banana. And what did you say, Jeremy? Something about quack.
I know some. No, I said I found something that would quack you up.
Yeah, and then I said I find that appealing because it was a
God
duck banana.
damn it! All right. All right. Yeah. No. Okay. The last one is. How do you know when a bad joke becomes a dad joke? When it becomes
When it
apparent.
God damn it! I had that on TikTok too. I should have known it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say when they develop back pain.
No.
Okay. Next question. We could talk about hobbies.
Yeah, we can talk about hobbies.
I mean, okay. What is your favorite hobby to do
Well,
besides gaming?
yeah. Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah. Favorite hobby.
Legos.
Yeah. I could see that for Jeremy.
Yours, Smalls?
Jeremy's favorite hobby is collecting too.
I mean,
Jeremy loves
yeah.
collecting things.
Oh, entirely older games.
Understandable. I like collecting shit too.
My favorite hobby would be the role playing site that I have, where we do paragraph role playing back and forth with each other. Um,
Okay.
that was so loud, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my bad. I opened it up right next to my mic.
Oh
That
my
was great.
god.
Don't,
Yeah,
don't,
I'd
don't. Shh.
say.
Oh,
I'd
the
say.
shaking was in my hand away from my table.
Oh my god. I would say yeah, the role playing or the coding that I've been learning through owning the website that I own and trying to make it prettier with CSS and HTML coding. I'm not as advanced as many people with like the JavaScript and stuff like that, but I definitely uh, am look at coding as a hobby because I could literally get lost in coding a page for a whole day.
Okay. Fairly emotional, but also intelligent, different things, which is interesting.
Well, I figured the cop out answer would be D&D because I'm the DM
This
and I
is
can
true.
run games for you guys.
You are
but,
the
like,
forever DM, yes.
yeah. I
Uh,
mean,
I gotta say, for me, if it's not gonna be gaming or obviously D&D, it's gonna have to be the DIY cosplay stuff. I enjoy doing those.
yeah, you've done that since you at least the last like
Since
10
I
years
since
or
I
two.
yeah since I could really get good at using a hot glue stick and hot glue gun and fucking cardboard.
Yeah, that
And I
definitely
think
is not something I can do. That's for sure.
and honestly I think that stemmed from doing all of the customizing with Padre when we used to
Yeah,
redo GI Joe vehicles and shit like that. That was something I really enjoyed doing with them. And then I feel like I took it to another level, being able to do, like with the fucking Vault-Tec Pip-Boy 2000 I have. I
mm,
cut out the speaker hole and everything, took apart a Bluetooth speaker that sat upon its own, took apart and ripped out one of the speakers out of the one of the three lightsabers I have, and
yeah.
wired that together with no solder so I could have a tiny enough speaker that fit in the Pip-Boy to
I
use.
will say you did get a lot of dad's creativeness in that aspect because
Well, yeah, I sat
he
back
was
there and
able to
learned with
pull
him.
things apart and put it back together and do random shit like that I couldn't ever think of.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would see that. You're definitely
hands on.
since you were young, at least, that I can remember, you would make shit out of cardboard. I'm like, I don't even know how you figure out how to do half the shit that you made.
I
Like you'd make
literally,
little cardboard armor and stuff
yeah,
like that for
literally
you and
the
Teddy.
gauntlets. That was my main learning thing, my main stepping off point because it was difficult to do, but it only required really one hand.
Yeah,
So I would literally just take it, kind of figure out a random size for it, for like how long I wanted it to be up my arm and how wide-ish it needed to be to where they would cover each other decently folded over. And then I would just take hot glue. I would hard bend one, take hot so it would stay there. Take hot glue, pour a bunch of hot glue on it, and then take and fold the other one over and squeeze them together with my one hand and just let them cement together.
yeah. You definitely have always had this love for cosplay, and like right now we're building cyberpunk cosplays for
And yeah,
Halloween.
that's where I was gonna go. We're doing the cyberpunk cosplays. We're really starting to get into the official bits of cosplay, at least for me,
Yeah,
and trying to help you guys do it as well. Because like I watch Adam Savage, Punish Prop Academy, and a shitload of other do-it-yourself YouTubers who make random props and other stuff. So I just try to learn little bits here and there.
yeah. You definitely because I just kind of do it. I'm just doing it for fun. Like I'm going down the like kind of Rebecca-ish line from the Cyberpunk Edge Runner games with a giant hoodie, like and some contacts and the prop guns that we had ordered.
Yeah.
But you're going more in on it by like trying to design your shirt and stuff. And I'm like I can help with doing a logo on the back of it because I have the cricket.
Well, I'm still gonna be wearing like my duster over it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So.
And
I
debating
have
whether or not I want to put on. Apparently, what really defines me, apparently in your guys' eyes, everybody's eyes so far, as an Aussie, putting on my fucking hat, my canvas
Oh,
hat.
the hat.
Yeah.
It's just something about the hat makes you look like kind of like Crocodile Dundee, I think.
Crocodile
that's-
Dundee. All right.
Yeah, I think that's the vibes you get because
You realize he
since
wore
you've
a
grown-
leather hat, right?
I know, but I don't know what to tell. It's because your hair is longer, and it's like I keep trying to place what you look like, and it's not like I can't fully figure it out what you look like. And the moment that I ever see it, and I could be like, oh my god, that's what you look like, will be groundbreaking because it's like you look like something and someone, but I just don't know who.
Well, I'm glad I at least look like something.
You look like something at least. You look like a thing.
A thing
look
from
like-
a place.
You look like the cutout of the Bigfoot up the road. I mean, to be fair, I think it is a combination of you've grown out your hair, you have the beard now, and you're 6'5".
Yeah.
And the angle I'm looking at you at 5'3", you just look like something.
I guess, yeah, that's a fair enough approach to it.
All right, next question, and I want an answer from Jeremy more than I want an answer from you.
Very well.
Oh God.
So the next question is, what is your biggest pet peeve?
My biggest pet peeve
Yes.
is, and this happens all over the fucking United States, nobody using their fucking turn signal.
You can't hear Logan laugh because he
Sorry,
keeps
I
his
muted my
mic.
mic. Yeah, that's fucking great.
I honestly forgot that was your biggest pet peeve, and I've been in the car with you when you have been like, nice turn signal.
Asshole.
It just pisses me off. It's just well, like a lot of other things, like I can let slide by, but that just sends me over the edge every single time.
Yeah, you know what, Jeremy, I'll give it to you as long as it's the same car in front of you doing it multiple times. Cause you gotta give it a break every now and then.
Oh no, I do not.
Dude, honestly, that is Jeremy's biggest pet peeve. Is the blinker.
Fair enough,
Like,
I guess.
Even if I'm driving and he's like, you didn't use your blinker. Because I have driven around our town for since I was 19, so 10 years now. I sometimes just don't think about it because we're in a town full of like a lot of older people and like we'll just like an old person and write it off. But what's your biggest pet peeve, Logan?
Ooh, for me, that is a difficult question for me to answer because I have a lot of things that irk me, I guess.
Like me.
As a doctor,
No, great. No, you don't irk me nearly as bad.
don't look that as some other people that we know.
Mm-hmm. But
But that's a different podcast topic at some point.
yeah. Let's see.
You want me to give mine?
Yeah, you give yours. Come back to me from.
So my biggest pet peeve is when other people who don't have children try to put their 2 cents in on how you're raising your child.
Oh boy, I wonder where that comes from.
Oh, we all know where that comes
Yeah.
from. Because I just can't fathom going up to somebody, even as a parent, I can't fathom going up to somebody and trying to tell them that they're raising their child wrong.
In such a disrespectful way, yeah.
Yeah, it's insanity. And like, unless you're full on, beating the shit out of your child in front of me, which then I wouldn't get involved. I'd just call the cops and leave. Like, but you know, you gotta respect the parents because you don't realize what people are going through 99% of the time. And even if you do realize what they're going through and then continue to do shit like that, you're the bad person.
I'm not gonna lie. For a second, I thought you were gonna say you gotta respect the drip, Karen.
Is that a Vine?
Yes.
I feel like that originated on Vine. I'm sure it's a big thing on TikTok.
I believe it was a Vine. I came in very late in Vine. Near
I
its end.
never watched any Vines when they were on Vine. I watched Vines after the fact when they were on YouTube.
There's only one Vine that sticks to my head.
Which one?
One and one alone.
What one?
Hey, Bobby, look at me. I'm an American. I think I'll put that on my credit card.
Do you have anything non-dairy?
Dairy.
The thing that kills me is Jeremy literally searched that while we were laying in bed the other day to show me. As if I'd never seen it before. He thought he was showing me a revolutionary thing.
Oh, it's fucking great, is what it is. Okay, I think I've got one.
Okay, what is it?
Biggest pet peeve has to be then when shit is not made to last at all.
Oh my god, yes. Yeah,
Because
I
I'm
can see
already a big guy and I'm close to being fucking mentally handicapped, so I almost have that sort of strength. So I have to be very, very delicate with things, and even then, I can destroy most things without putting much effort into it, and it
I
irks
feel like
me.
I feel like we should spend the rest of the podcast calling you Lenny now.
Ow!
No, I get that though because I feel like most of my life, because as you are, I was short around the vast, and I still am, but like the vast majority of everything I've ever bought, it feels like just was done with in a month. Like the pants that I had, my thighs would rub together, would just be done in a month. I literally used to get a pair of jeans and sew, like the inside of the thighs used to just be all sewn together, just the shreds of it, to try to make them last longer. So I get that. That I get.
Yeah, and like, the one thing I can think of right now that's probably gonna is I got ran over today on my bike. Because because it's not giving me nearly enough power unless I fiddle with it going down the road in like third or fourth gear to find that one sweet spot, because something's fucky with it right now, and it's gonna irk the shit out of me if I can't get it fucking fixed.
So if you want to donate to Logan's Bike Fund.
No, honestly though, because like that's a chopper, really. Might here down the road go back and get myself like a. I was looking at like a K. I think it's a KLZ maybe.
Yeah, I have no idea what that means.
But it's a adventure or dual sport bike. It's an off-road bike.
Thought you were gonna say it's an adventure type bike.
Fuck no.
Um.
I can hear myself in the background.
I think that's for Jeremy's. I don't know. Because I keep turning him down to, like, not hear the echo, but then I turn it back up because it looks like he's talking.
I have not talked in a bit, but...
Are you just, like, on the screen? Or is it...
No.
Do you have one earphone off?
What it is my headphones are so loud.
I'll turn your headphones down a little bit.
I won't be able to hear people.
We're having a conversation. You're in the middle of a podcast, my friend.
I won't be able to hear people. As if Logan and I can't shout into the room. What just happened was Logan muted himself to scream through the wall.
And you know what the worst? I can't hear. I can't hear you. If
Oh,
you're
okay.
screaming like that, I am deaf.
Okay. Well, maybe we should look into getting you some of those hearing aids that they sell at Walmart in
Apparently.
the that weird section up front of like miscellaneous things. I was gonna say, I thought you got the bike as like a starter bike anyways.
I did.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm not immediately fucking furious about it. Because, I mean, almost getting run over, that make me pretty fucking furious.
Yeah. I mean, I figured you got it as a starter bike to just see if you liked
I
driving
did,
the
and
bike.
if like Jay or Chris or even Jeremy or somebody wants to learn how to ride a motorcycle, it's still good in that functionality.
I feel like Jeremy knows how to ride a motorcycle. Like,
Do
I
you?
feel like Jeremy learned that illegally on the streets when he was like 9.
When he came from the streets.
14.
15. Okay.
First
Okay.
2000 GSXR. First bike I ever. And yes, it was illegally.
Shame
Obviously.
on you.
To be
We do
fair,
not-
if you wanted,
we do
Well, let's
nothing but
be
illegal.
real. It's only illegal if you're.
it's only illegal if they can go back in time and catch him. Because I was gonna say, Dad taught me how to drive stick shift illegally. I mean, I was 12 when he taught me to drive stick shift because he wanted me to always know how to drive stick shift and manual. So if like I ever got kidnapped, like that was gonna happen.
Stick shift and manual are the same thing, but yes.
Okay. Yes.
You said stick shift and manual. I assume you
Well,
meant stick shift and automatic.
Automatic. Yes. Listen, I've had 5 concussions. Words don't work all the time. But Dad taught me that because he was always worried that I was going to get kidnapped and that the only vehicle to get away in would be a stick shift. Not that I ever left the house enough to get kidnapped, but he was always worried about that.
Can't get kidnapped if you don't leave the house. But hey, you've had more stick shift training than I have. I only had like 1 4-minute session with like Papa when he
I was
had the
gonna
stick
say-
shift truck.
I would say that's because Dad just figured you'd already know how to do that when you were born because you were a boy.
I mean, he wasn't wrong. I still was able to do it. It took
It's
me a
like,
minute
honestly-
or two, but I was able to do it.
I was gonna say, honestly, at this point in my life, if I ever got kidnapped and the only way to escape was with a stick shift vehicle, I'm grinding the shit out of it because I haven't done it in so long.
Yeah.
But I will get away
Yeah.
one way or another. It's just gonna be.
See, I'll just take off the shifter knob and beat them to death with it.
Yeah. That is.
Then again, it's got to be a scary person who kidnaps my ass. And he's 6'4", fucking almost 400 pounds. Whew, that's a big dude who picks me up.
Hey, you'd be surprised.
I was gonna say you get kidnapped by a woman.
I'm not escaping them.
I figured that would be your answer.
Yeah.
Let's see. What other questions can we ask? I have like a whole bunch. I'm just trying to decide which ones are the best ones to ask. I like this one. How would you title this chapter of your life? Because I joked about like 8 months ago that I was entering my villain arc, and TikTok just taught me that entering my villain arc was just not letting people step over me and people please anymore.
See, I'd label that as your self-care arc.
I mean, yeah, pretty much, because, you know, killing the people-pleasing nature has been one of the toughest challenges for me. But putting myself first and going into therapy and trying to be the best mom I could be for Leo was truly the hardest thing for me, to admit that I needed help outside myself.
Mm-hmm. Which is a good realistic look at yourself as well.
Yeah, so I guess this is, I would call this chapter of my life, trying to learn to love myself.
Okay. Jeremy, do you need time to think of one, or you got one, or?
I got one, but I was thinking this whole time on it.
Shoot.
I would name this chapter of my life Sub-Story.
Sub story.
Sub-Stories.
Sub-stories. Okay,
As
so
in,
this
like-
is like the filler episode of Avatar with leaves from the vine and everything. Is that what you're getting at?
Like it would be like the chapter would be considered technically a couple of fillers, not just one.
Yeah. So like, kind of like the episode of listen, all right, all goddamn episodes of Avatar are fucking fantastic. Even the filler ones don't feel like filler episodes. So
Nobody's
you're
gonna
welcome to
dispute
be
that.
graced with my presence, Jeremy. Is all I gotta say.
I'm trying. I'm trying
I
to
mean-
do that. Is it just because there's not? Because we all come from chaotic backgrounds. Like truly and honestly, growing up, we've all had our own chaotic backgrounds and our own chaotic reasons. So is it? It doesn't feel like the sub stories because everything's not as chaotic.
And it's just like I felt more like an NPC
You feel
than
like PC.
Stuff is just kind of happening around you currently.
I feel bad.
it's just like the break, so it's just like a filler episode. The things for other people are happening around me. Like I'm like a part of it, but I'm not like the main part of it.
So could it be accurately described then as your anime beach episode? You know, the villains are still doing their shit in the background and everything, but all the heroes are having their beach episode.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I guess that would be a question on where to go next for your next chapter as you reach the end of the current chapter.
And we're still setting that up.
There's
What about
a little
you?
break in between this season and the next season.
I mean, I guess as long as there's not just like a whole bunch of chaos happening, it's a good thing. So, what's your slogan? What's your title of your current chapter?
What the fuck? Volume 4.
Volume 4. How are you breaking your life up?
I don't fucking know.
You're 23.
Childhood, fucking late childhood, early teens, late teens.
You're in your 20s.
Yeah. The first like 3 years I wasn't sentient or anything. So like the first young childhood wasn't, you know, what the fuck.
Okay. So the childhood was birth.
Yeah, it was.
Wait, so
It
what
was.
the fuck?
Huh, this is strange. To what the fuck? Volume 1, then Volume 2, 3, and 4.
I can't with you.
I can't give a serious answer to that. I don't know how to label this fucking part. I don't know when the end of this one's gonna be, this chapter, and where the fuck the next one is. If you want to get theoretical with it, I've already finished that. I'm starting a new chapter.
That's
As
true,
of
you
like
are-
fucking
A few days ago.
Yeah.
Your birthday was on the 8th of October.
Yeah.
Because he's a Libra. Just like our dad was. So maybe.
Oh. Real quick before we get on to the next question and everything. I got some. I've been noticing myself doing more of Father's mannerisms and shit. And like
does.
and speaking sentences he would say. And it is fucking hilarious to me.
As long as you don't start going into the kitchen naked and eating cottage cheese.
No,
We'll be-
like we've discussed before, I got almost none of the good factors from either mother or father. Like I got
I
mother's
wouldn't say-
shyness and quietness in social settings. I got father's stupidity.
He wasn't stupid.
I know he wasn't stupid, but also
I wouldn't say that you got the worst of everybody's quality. Like I got the short and round part. So like I wouldn't say you got the worst of all the qualities. You got the height at least, and you're very creative.
that's just because that's how my brain processes trauma. Anyways.
You know what? Fucking fair.
That's
That's probably a very common thread between all three of us is our brain processes trauma
in weird
through
ways.
creativity in one way or another.
Fair
I was
enough.
gonna say,
Mine's
Jeremy-
comedy.
I honestly thought Jeremy just bought it. That's like a fucking billy goat. That threw me off. I thought he just went, bah.
Honestly, Jeremy would be the person to just randomly bah or go nay motherfucker.
Yeah.
I forgot what D&D group I said that in. But I did that bit at one point. Probably with Lakia, because I feel like Lakia, because she was a druid, I transformed quite a bit. I was gonna say, Jeremy, I don't know if you want to do a little segment on this, because I know you love Reddit so much. But I didn't know if you wanted to do a little segment of this is what I learned today, or whatever that one subreddit is.
Oh God.
You could just give us a random fact each episode.
Let me open up my phone real quick because I probably have one popped up on my screen.
Excuse you.
Alright,
My
here's a good one. Completely random. Today I learned that Napoleon once gave an ornately decorated tiara, a crown, to the Pope with 3,345 precious jewels inlaid into it. This was actually intended to be an insult, as the tiara weighed 18 pounds and was too small to fit on a human head.
Did you say Napoleon Bonaparte did that?
Yeah, Napoleon.
That is the most random shit ever.
You
Who
wanted
thinks,
a random thing?
Yeah, but who thinks, honestly, who... I'm gonna give a tiny crown as an insult that has a bunch of precious jewels.
I mean, he was a tiny man, so.
Actually,
he was actually
Think
6'6".
Think about it.
Actually,
not 6'6". You smart ass.
Actually, he was 5'6". Thank you
Yeah,
very much. This was a fact that Jeremy shared with me earlier.
Well, fuck, I know how tall he was. He was actually pretty average for the time. It's just, I would tower over fucking anybody in that time, except maybe a very strange few.
I wonder how tall Genghis Khan was.
5'4".
Oh. God, you really are just a giant.
I don't know if he was 5'4". Quick, let me look it up. I was just being a smart ass and saying I think Jeremy's looking it up.
Probably.
HISKHAN.
Oh, I have one of Logan's.
He was likely around 5'8", but could have been taller. We simply do not know because people said different things about him.
Well.
So the guesstimate is around 5'8".
Guesstimate is around 5'8". So you still would tower over them. Genghis Khan would tower over me, but you would tower over Genghis Khan.
Oh yeah.
So, Logan, this is a great question for you because you think about this way too much. If you could have one useless superpower, what would it be?
Yeah, there we go. There we go. One useless fucking superpower. I love these. Okay, give me a moment to think about this. We've got. Okay. Should I list off like a few?
I got one. Let me go with mine since you have a few. Mine is pretty much just wow. Mine is just Bigsby's hand. Just a magical hand. It's just a hand that can carry stuff like up to 5 pounds.
Oh, okay.
And it can, like only from like 30 feet away.
So the D&D hand, the mystic hand.
Yeah, honestly,
yes.
Honestly though, like we could use a lot of D&D shit, like Thaumaturgy. Boom, right there. Fucking useless superpower.
Could access our best jester with Thaumaturgy.
Thaumaturgy? You've got fucking prestidigitation. You can always clean your clothes.
But I don't feel like those are useless. Like presentation and thaumaturgy are pretty useful. You know what my useless one would be as a superpower? To always have perfect hair. Immaculate hair.
That is pretty useless. Okay.
Exactly.
So first,
I got another one.
Okay, go for it, Jeremy.
Always waking up refreshed.
Ooh.
See? That's a good one.
Yeah. Grand scheme of things, it's useless, but hey. Okay. So, first one off the bat, something we used to do. First off, we used to do these with Father, and I fucking love these. Being able to precisely throw toothpicks, and they specifically have to be toothpicks you've picked up from restaurants, and they can only be made of wood. Yeah, they can only be made of wood. They still only go as far as you can, flick a toothpick, but you're able to get the point into something, and they have the same amount of force. You're just really good at being able to figure out the rotation of a toothpick.
And you determine that they could only be wood.
Yeah, they can only be the wood ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the one. They're the one wood ones you get from restaurants.
Yeah.
Another good one. You can only roller skate backwards.
Logan thinks about these way too.
I fucking love these. These are great.
This is what we need to team up with Joffrey with, and make a Joffrey is one of Jeremy's friends who just released
a book.
Graphic novel. I was trying to think of the actual term for it. A graphic novel called Yellow Stringer, and
it
was
up
really
at Barnes
good.
and Nobles today.
Yeah, it was really good.
Or you might have to order it to be delivered from Barnes and Nobles to be delivered to your house or something.
It's on Amazon.
Also, Amazon as well. Yeah, that's probably the best place to go looking.
Right, Jeremy? It's on Amazon.
It's on Amazon. It's at Barnes and Nobles.
Yeah. This is what we need to team up with him on and write a useless superhero academy. TM.
Mm-hmm.
Because Logan sits there and thinks about these way too often.
The ability to untie your shoelaces at will without touching them.
And only your shoelaces.
Yeah, only yours. Yeah. So the absolute best you would be able to do is untie your shoelaces so you can try to kick them off. You don't guarantee kicking them off then or anything. It's just you're able to untie them perfectly. You're able to untie them at will without touching them.
Well, those were some pretty useless superpowers. I applaud you, Logan.
Thank you. I'll be here all week. It's right up my alley.
Your creativity for useless superpowers.
Yep, uselessness is where I shine.
No snow bounce. Oh. But, here's a weird one. Do you think penguins have knees?
I believe they do. They just don't articulate, really.
I believe they do also. I believe, if I remember the penguin skeleton correctly, they're, like, folded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe so. And then they have, like,
Jeremy?
a 9-foot neck looking thing going on.
I would say yes.
I believe all animals have knees, except for fishes.
How fucking dare you? Snakes don't have knees.
Oh, I forgot about snakes. I blocked them out of my mind.
Legless lizards don't have knees.
Isn't that just snakes? Is there a legless lizard?
I don't 100% know. I know it's something that's been said before.
Joke's on you.
I can't remember.
Joke's on you. There's a person who made like knees and stuff for snakes. Or, like made a whole like
we're not
body.
talking about artificial prosthetics. God damn it! All right. And we're not talking about specific creatures either. Because then we could get into some humans don't even have knees. You know, fucking,
exactly.
We could get into that shit, but that's too minute. We need it broad on a whole. What are you snickering about over there? On a whole?
We're not talking about prosthetics here.
Yeah, exactly.
You go Brooklyn when you.
Yeah, you go Brooklyn with it. It's how you get your point across. Sorry.
We're so far from Brooklyn.
I know. I
stupid ass vine or whatever that Jonathan
Goosey ass
sends me.
fucking Brooklyn
Fucking
squirrel
Brooklyn
stole my
squirrel.
fucking egg roll.
The best thing. I love that sometimes that's the only communication in our cousin Jonathan and I have is him just sending me that to remind me that we're family.
It's fucking great.
uh, it is one of my
I'll
favorites.
tell you though, I have a weird fucking obsession with trying to figure out and do accents and whatnot.
Yeah, I know.
Well, for the people at home who might not know, all right, it's not just you here. Relax.
I mean, you do the 1920 announcer really well.
Yes, 1920s announcer here.
And then I don't think you have Irish or Scottish down at the moment.
Nah, sadly. I mean, I could get a, going for me Lucky Charms, lads.
And I've learned that all I do is adopt other people's accents. Well, whenever I'm a player, I just adopt the most Russian accent somebody has. Because in the one campaign with Josh Beery, she's like has a Russian accent, and anytime she talks, I just automatically drift into it. I can start off as a British accent and then just drift into it. I don't know why. I have no way to hold on to an accent when it comes to
And see, I have the exact opposite. I get stuck in the accents.
you do. So let's see what's next. What was your favorite TV show growing up?
Ooh, not everybody answer at once here.
Firefly.
Oh, you fucking cheeky bastard. How dare you take that?
Yeah, I guess that technically did come out when we were growing up.
Yeah?
That's. I'm trying to think. I was obsessed with Lizzie McGuire.
Even Stevens.
I watched a little bit of Even Stevens. The only thing I remember from Even Stevens, like to this day, besides the fact that Shia LaBeouf was in it, is the stupid song about going to the moon.
That was from Even Stevens?
Yeah, the thing that I randomly sing about what year we went to the moon, that's from Even Stevens. What's her name? Christy, the sister who did the ice skating movie later in her life. I forget her name, but I think it's like
Christina Aguilera?
No, it's not Aguilera. She sung it, and she's not been in acting for a long time that I can remember. She pops up every now and then, like on my grammar. I just don't remember her name off the top of my head. I feel like I had a lot of shows I was obsessed with at different points in my life. But growing up, it was probably Lizzie McGuire, That's So Raven. Like, that whole Disney era was my childhood.
See, that's difficult for me in particular, at least, because, like, we went outside a lot as kids.
Yeah.
So it wasn't as much TV. Out of the TV I can remember watching as a child,
Avatar.
yeah, Avatar would be one. Would be a good one.
Oh, Jake Long, American Dragon.
Jake Long, American Dragon. Fucking what was I gonna say? Pokemon.
Pokemon was big. Oh, Sailor Moon definitely was probably top favorite TV show growing up. Because they would put that on in daycare and I'd just watch the shit out of it. And Sailor Moon's actually something Jeremy and I bonded over. So
Yep.
Yeah, that holds definitely a place in my heart. I'm trying to remember things from like when you were younger. It's like definitely the SpongeBob era.
I did watch a lot of SpongeBob. I guess SpongeBob was probably the thing I watched the most as a child. But that's mostly because it was the only show I thought was good and it was on the most.
Yeah, definitely for the summers when we were at Nana and Papa's.
Oh yeah.
SpongeBob like had 3-hour blocks of being on.
Yeah, it had 3-hour blocks of being on. And I didn't like any of the other stuff that was on, like fucking any of the other stuff. It was either girly or just fucking weird.
Yeah, I definitely watched more TV than you did growing up. Like in that sense, because I like Mom with her when she was really big into her soap operas. I got sucked into them shows. Like I wanted to know what was gonna happen. Ned's Declassified.
That's a good one.
That was
I
one that you.
wish, yeah, Ned's Declassified was good. I wish I had been in middle school when that came out.
Yeah.
Because that was actually a very decent show for guiding you through, your middle school life.
Yeah. It was a really good show. Yeah.
It was more help than most of the teachers in middle school.
Exactly.
Honestly,
I was homeschooled, so there's that.
I was gonna say for like I've had a homeschool experience. You did a lot of your last year via computer, so we've all kind of had different kind of homeschool experience.
Yeah, but I still had to go to fucking school for the computer bullshit.
Yeah, I know. You in school did that. I like out of everybody, I think I liked school the most. But I've also reached a point in my life now that I think about returning to school to go get my bachelor's because I have my associates, and thinking about it just exhausts me. Especially after the concussions. I don't think I have the cognitive function to do school.
No, that's still a goddamn nightmare for me. Like that is my bad dreams, is being forced to go back to school for something. Like no
What about
joke.
what about you, Jeremy? Would you go back to school?
Like I
No.
I specifically, I didn't go to I went to a college, but I didn't do a college degree. I did a trade degree.
Yeah, you did the welding.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
means I didn't have to tack on any fucking stupid extra classes to what I learned, which was fucking lovely.
Honestly, it feels like that once you're out of the. Honestly, I hate schooling as it is. Having Leo in school, it just makes me realize how much more ridiculous it is now than when I went to school. But yeah, it just. Courses in college should all be geared towards what you want as a major. You shouldn't have to take all these other things in order to
Money,
get
money, 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 money.
pretty
Exactly.
freaking much. Because, like, if I'm going to school to be an IT technician, why do I need to know? I don't know. I can't think of a course now. All of a sudden.
English,
I mean, you need
Spanish.
English.
No, you don't.
But
You know enough English right now that you could get through literally every fucking thing. And you guess what?
fair.
Even if you didn't know what they were saying, you're going in an IT fucking course. Guess what? That means you have to at least have a goddamn phone, if not a computer. Google the words you don't understand.
I mean, to be fair, that's what what Mr. NASA used to do. He just used to Google the problems.
Don't even get me started on that fucking hack.
I swear, if it wasn't for the fact that he used to lock out the computers where we worked, I would be able to solve 90% of my own problems.
Yeah.
Because I've literally watched that man Google shit in front of me to fix it. Alright. If you had unlimited free time, how would you spend it? The silence.
I feel like, I mean,
Video games.
I guess that question was more so towards
yeah,
Jeremy.
towards
because-
Jeremy. I mean, yeah, we've got a pretty decent amount of time. I guess I
Yeah.
have the largest amount of free time
I mean,
myself. You're
yeah.
coming in second because you still got to do things with Leo and all that and whatnot.
Well, I gotta do things with Leo, and I'm technically supposed to be a better house daughter than I am. Depression is rough, okay? You know,
Yeah, she's not. She's just busting your balls. Fuck with you.
Mom doesn't say anything. I mean, as long as I cook her food or whatever, she's like, yeah, I get it.
Food or whatever.
Yeah,
She's
she's
like
like-
cooking her food, like dog food or something.
As long as I make dinner and like, because I've been better about making dinner most nights. We
Yeah.
still, order out every now and then, but I make dinner most nights. As long as I like make dinner, she's usually like, "Yeah, you're going through something. I get it."
Mhm.
Like, she understands because when Dad was alive and everything, Dad had his waves, and
Yeah.
like and she's like super proud that I'm going to therapy to learn how to handle
Cope.
the
Yeah.
waves. But like I'm like this week I'm like, oh man, I need to get on top of it. That's why I was in there scrubbing the front of the stove when I scared you.
Yeah, because I didn't see your ass behind the counter or anything. The island in the middle. I walk in there, I'm fucking rinsing out my flask and everything. because I had just thought about it, and I'm like, that'd go great with the cosplay. So I fucking pulled it out of my closet and everything.
Yeah, it literally one scare to you out of like the 100 times you've scared me.
It's just
Purely,
it's
even on
so
accident.
it's I mean yeah, on accident alone, yeah, but it's just so easy to scare you. I make a slight loud noise and you fucking jump.
I do.
It's gonna say, open the door,
Yeah.
jumps.
I don't know. That's probably trauma. Like, I don't know why I jump so easily. Trauma. It's probably trauma.
Also, you were raised to be protected, not having to face threats.
Yeah, but I was also like very much raised because like my brain is still trying to like work out that like my value isn't attached to how much I do. So like when the house gets like really messy, I'm like, damn, everybody must be really mad at me, but like nobody's mad at me.
Yeah,
So
no.
like I'm trying to like unwire that part of my brain. It's a whole thing. Like it really is. But yeah, I'd agree that you have the most free time out of all of us because I still have to like I have to be on a schedule. Leo has to be on a schedule, and I only have the few days that he's not with me to do anything for myself at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So
And I'm
yeah,
on a work schedule.
I was gonna say Jeremy works, and Jeremy very much would just play video games with all the free time.
And I mean,
Well, no,
Entirely.
I think Jeremy, with your free time, I think you would if you had the free time and the money, like both combos, you'd travel.
Yes, I would if I had the money.
Yeah. Because you out of me, Logan, and you've been the most places.
see, I wouldn't mind traveling. It's the having to
I wouldn't
interact with people while I travel that would bother me.
You know what you do,
To
Logan?
random people, that
I
is.
was gonna say you know what you do, Logan, is if you have the money.
I join a biker gang.
No, sure. If you have the money,
Sure.
imagining you in a biker gang, is funny. I mean, you'd fit in with, but imagining. What was I saying? Oh yeah. If you had the money, you just buy not buy. You pay somebody to go on the trips with you that you like to be your translator, and then that's the only
True.
person you have to.
I would honestly like to go to Japan and whatnot.
Yes. I would love to go.
Although I wouldn't I would still need a translator. Like I would enjoy like if Jay really like because like me, Jay, and Ted were gonna start learning a little bit of Spanish and everything, and then we were gonna go to like Japanese and then
I mean, I did buy Jonathan the or Jay as
Yeah.
he's no.
commonly known. Yep.
I bought him the Japanese so that he could start learning for one of his birthdays or Christmas or something. And I know that he was slowly getting through it. I don't know how far he's gotten.
He knows a few words at least. Like he knows how to introduce himself in Japanese and whatnot. I believe.
I mean, that's far more. All I know in Japanese is nani.
Nani, which has like 13 different meanings.
I believe it's the one meaning, like nani in Hawaii.
What? Damn.
Yeah, but also nani in Hawaiian means pretty. And I didn't realize that Nani, because that's what Lilo's sister's name is, and Lilo and Sid. I didn't realize that's what it meant until like 5 years ago. And then I realized it was also a Japanese word, so that just blew my mind.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a good question that I know Logan's answer. What is the silliest way you've accidentally injured yourself?
Ooh.
I feel like
Walking upstairs.
I was gonna say I feel like all mine are just me daily because I'm so fucking busy.
Silliest way I've injured myself.
Yeah. I mean, mine is I was getting out of the goddamn bathtub 2 days ago and kicked the side of it, ripped my whole damn toenail off somehow.
Yeah. Silliest way I've injured myself. Let's.
You want to know what I thought automatically reading that you'd answer? Was I took a machete to the knee of a child.
I wouldn't label that as silly, but yes.
You're just being a silly little kid. What are you talking about?
I guess fair enough. Yes, I was being a silly child.
Yeah.
I'd say one better than that, more silly while silly in focus, and silly as in it wasn't such a bad injury. Really, it was. I was on my little fucking when I was like probably 12, 13 maybe. I was on my little fucking mini bike, fucking
Mm,
tearing through the woods. Went off the you know where the little roundabout is? That's in the woods,
yeah,
just next to our drive.
yeah.
I went off a dirt hill behind that, hit that tree there, and fucking just laid on my side, well, laid on my back, shut off the mini bike, and just laid there for a few minutes
Yeah.
because it rocked my shit, and I was just laying there like, this hurts. And
That
then
makes me think.
and then about 5 minutes later, I got up, fucking put the mini bike back up, pulled it, and went on my way.
That literally makes me think of when I flipped over the handlebars on that
Moped,
moped.
yeah.
The reason that Dad didn't want me driving
Yep.
vehicle.
Don't mess with the front brakes.
Yeah.
Number one advice for anybody who gets on a bike: do not mess with the front brakes.
It also didn't help that I hit like a tree
Soft.
leg thing.
Oh, I thought you hit a soft patch of sand.
No, I hit the like tree like you know the roots that come
Uh-huh.
out randomly. I hit one of those. Yeah, but you know that was also forever ago now.
True.
It was concussion number 1.
Shut the fuck up. I've had 12 concussions.
I probably haven't. But the concussions of when I hit my head on that metal shoe rack, and then when I passed out from COVID and fell into the wall, yeah, those were definitely the worst. Let's see, next question. I feel like Logan's just gonna say he doesn't have any. What is your biggest fear?
Quietness, apparently.
Well, Jeremy's, I believe, is just spiders. He's got arachnophobia.
It's not as bad as it once was.
So, what is your biggest fear currently, then, in this current chapter of your life?
Do I go with the cop-out answer?
I don't know what the cop-out answer would be.
It's entirely up to you. You want to hear mine?
Yeah.
I still hate spiders, so I guess I would say spider.
Okay.
Okay.
Mine? Dying alone.
Dying alone. So you can find Logan's dating application at.
I'm trying to fucking kill me!
I feel like this podcast is just gonna turn into how many times I can make you choke on something.
My fucking drink twice now.
What is my biggest fear would be probably something happening to
Oh, you finally moved on from molten lava, huh?
molten lava is an irrational.
First off, will that be your biggest fear? It's fucking completely irrational.
No. I feel like my biggest fear is something that could happen. Molten lava will only happen.
First off, all right, you can't play the fucking cop out card of your child, all right?
It's not a
Of course,
cop-out.
I'm most worried about something happening to that little shit.
Okay, fine. You don't want me to do.
Yeah, no cop out
Leo.
answers.
I could give a whole nother cop out answer. that'd be if Jeremy ever stopped loving me.
That's mine. Dying alone. Don't fucking steal.
What would be my biggest fear? And I'm trying to think of a true, like, something that could actually happen. I mean, yes, molten lava is an irrational fear of mine because of the stupid glass blowing thing from Dirty Job.
Yeah, there
Where
you
they
go.
were like, that
Wasn't even molten lava. That was molten glass.
Yeah, that's what I clarified. Like, molten hot things terrify me.
Can I let you in on a little secret?
Honestly, my biggest fear is probably being filmed in public to be made the butt of a joke.
So, your favorite show?
Jokers?
No, that's more fun. No, like, I've had this fear since when I used to go to the gym that I'd be recorded because I'm a bigger person and being made fun of for trying to work out and stuff. So, like, stuff like that. like being just made fun of for being a bigger person. You can't use certain words because I'll get a flick in the head. So I would say that's more of a rational fear, is that I would be filmed and uploaded on the internet to be a butt joke. That isn't something like Impractical Jokers, prank, stuff like that.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you want to go deep, Logan?
Ooh. I mean, we're only an hour in, and I'm expecting us to do at least 3 hours of this.
I figured we'd probably stop at 2.
Don't fucking wimp out. You said you wanted three weeks worth.
Yeah, this is one episode. We're doing one episode.
You
right
cut
now.
them at hour marks.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do one episode that's like an hour and a half to 2 hours.
Well, then we'd have to go for like 4 hours.
Why? You told me not to edit it.
Yeah, exactly. You want to do one filming session.
Yeah,
of
we'll
three different.
We'll do next like Saturday. This is all going into this.
Mhm.
We'll do like next Saturday or next Sunday evening because Leo will be with his dad.
You should be able to cut the streaming part if you're streaming.
I'm not streaming. I'm recording.
Oh, you're not streaming. Okay, then I can cut the streaming bit at wherever we want, and we can continue to record the rest, and
Oh
it'll
no, I figured
be cut
all
up
of
into
this is going.
segments.
I was gonna say this is all going into one episode, and then the next episode we'll do something a little different, and we'll start putting in our little segments because I would like to do one. Am I the asshole?
Mhm.
Do the random fact. Like I have things I want to do for other stable episodes. So I figured
Okay.
we do this episode, we'll make it like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then we'll release
MSNT.
yeah, and then we'll release it probably Monday or Tuesday. We'll decide on a day, and then we'll record Sunday to release the next week. And then once the next Saturday that we record comes around, we'll do multiple.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Sure.
Okay.
For the sake of levity and not continuing to talk about this, sure.
Sure. So do we want to go deep?
Oh God. Hit us with a single deep one. For right this second.
What is your biggest regret? That was my.
God damn, I ain't seen Earth bending that quickly since Aang dug himself a hole.
If you don't want to answer that, we could go to another one and make that a whole podcast.
Biggest regret. That is a real. Are there any other ones that are a little less?
All right. My biggest regret is taking a shit in the back of someone's yard.
I feel like you have so many other things that you could regret, but that's it, huh?
Yep.
Okay. I mean, we all know my biggest regret. I got divorced from it.
Fair enough. Mine's actually fairly similar.
The biggest shit or the divorce? I guess
they're
both their own.
They're their own kind, but fucking date life, sure. It's probably my biggest regret.
So you can find Logan's dating application.
Will you fucking stop it?
I'm gonna make a Google form one episode and just put
just
it
in the goddamn description down below.
Yes, it's gonna be in the description, and I'm gonna let everybody submit to that Google form, and
then there's gonna be a one episode where we just run through.
Yeah, I'll make it like fun. Make it like they have to do like they have to give their pitch on why you should date them.
I'll give you all a simple hint. There is no reason. Continue though on.
Let's see. If animals could talk. If animals could talk, which would be the most sarcastic?
Sarcastic?
Yeah.
What animal do you think would be the most sarcastic?
Do they have
A cat.
to still be living? animals. I'm not talking about dinosaurs either.
Are you talking about George?
No, George.
Oh. Wasn't that his name? The deer that Papa had?
Well, that'd be deer in general, but yes, that's George.
I feel like you were gonna go down the George route because he'd be like, look at you, dumbass, going and looking on the other side of the wall
For
to
the
see
rest
my
of the deer.
Because Papa got us both with that as children.
Yep.
What animal are you thinking?
The striped biologist taunter.
I don't know what that is.
Striped Tasmanian devil.
And they're extinct?
I believe they're extinct, yeah.
Okay, so Logan says a Tasmanian devil that is striped. Jeremy, what is the most sarcastic animal in your book?
Either a cat or a pitohui.
If I had to give a currently known to be living animal to be sarcastic, I would have to go with a peacock. Just because they feel like they're so high and mighty compared to you, because they're, oh, look at me, I'm all colorful and I can somewhat fly, bitch.
Not the flamingo. It tries to hide a leg.
No, they're bougie. Oh, we've got to eat plenty of shrimp to pinken ourselves up.
At least they have a leg to stand on.
Back in making fun of snakes again. Fish.
What animal do I think is the most sarcastic? The platypus.
I was about to say, or the platypus, just because he's a, look at me, motherfucker. Look at me. Look at everything I got. Booyah, bitch. Yeah.
It still kills me that the Doofenshmirtz guy.
Yeah.
He's like, I just made that shit up.
I made that shit up. I didn't know what a platypus sounded like either. I just had the fucking guy in the studio, fucking making clicking sounds and ba-doom.
That literally makes you wonder if the platypus did make that sound, or if he made the platypus make that sound.
I gotta say,
I gotta
say, he did discover the bioluminescence before they did. But I gotta say, the platypus sound is pretty close. You can kind of hear the clicks in and out of just regular platypus sounds. But 110%, that motherfucker made them bioluminescent. 110%. Fucking.
That's how you know that he's a main character.
Yeah.
He was like, God was like, or whatever the sim leader was like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna make that shit bioluminescent because that's my main character right there.
Fucking, you know what? This guy, I like him. Boom. What he said's true. You got, okay, they couldn't find it all right off the bat, but boom, there, teal. Bioluminescent.
I feel like asking that question from Miss Congeniality, but nobody would get the reference. So we're just gonna move on. So how would you spend... Nah, we talk enough about stuff like that. What is your favorite meal, Logan? And Jeremy, breakfast, lunch, or dinner?
Lunch and dinner.
Mm-hmm. So what about second breakfast?
Yeah, that's not my cup of tea.
Afternoon tea. Dinner. Supper.
Honestly, I feel like I'm more of a dinner person because that's probably the time I eat dinner.
Oof.
I'll literally eat popcorn all day long, and not a real meal.
Breakfast.
Really? You really like them skillets.
Well, just fucking bacon, first off. Breakfast.
You
Bacon.
have bacon at any level,
Yeah, that's why I want to have steak, bacon, and fucking biscuits. And gravy.
Yeah, if I could bake a steak properly, we probably would have that.
Yeah, that's fine. Just less hamburger helper, please.
I've done it once. I've done hamburger helper
Hamburger
once.
Herber!
Hamburger cheeseburger Big Mac Whopper.
Cheeseburger Big Mac Whopper.
I've done hamburger helper once in the last 5 months, okay? So calm down.
Yeah, and I want it less.
Okay, listen, it was just easy to make, alright?
Fair enough.
Uh, do we want to do...
We can do another deep one. As long as we space out the deep ones, I think it'll be alright.
Okay, let me go see what's deep. Oh, we could do... This question doesn't count because you're taller than all the water. It says, do you like diving into the deep end or easing your way into the water?
Fucking jumping in the pool.
You're 6'5". You're taller than most water and pools, anyways.
Jump, but I understand what they're going for. They're going, do you ease in or do you just go all into the pool immediately? And jumping all in. All in.
I'd say
There's a
Jump in.
diving board. I'm doing a cannonball off the diving board.
I was gonna say, I feel like we're all kind of like an all-in group of.
You gotta go all in. What are you gonna fucking ease in for? Then you got
I've
time
learned-
to regret your decisions. And trust me, I've only eased into one fucking, I guess, well, it wasn't really a pool. It was a fucking freshwater spring. I eased into that once. That was a fucking mistake. I felt my nuts ascend into my throat. It was that fucking cold.
I was gonna say, I think we're all definitely the dive into the deep end because, we've all lost a parent, and I think we've all just kind of learned that life is short to fucking ease the way in. And sometimes it's all in or not. Yeah, that's what I did.
I was taking it literal. Damn.
I'm taking it figuratively.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would say though, I feel like we're, at least in my opinion, I try to now be open, transparent, and like it might take me a few days, but as everybody kind of knows in the house that like I get quiet when I try to work out problems, but I definitely feel like I'm more of a try to go in, try to be all in kind of person versus tiptoeing my way into things.
Speaking of, I should have asked that fucking tall chick in the Hot Topic if I could get her number.
You should have.
I thought about it while we were sitting at the food court waiting on you to come back. I was like, nah.
I know you don't like doing.
I
that
don't do the social interaction stuff.
See, if I would have known you wanted somebody's number,
That's why I didn't say anything.
I would have been like, go get their number. I mean, at the end of the day, and this is something I've come to learn the older I've gotten because I'm only 6 years older than you, so I have more life experience.
I mean, yes, on a whole, yes, you do.
You're an adult. I'm the adultier adult, and Mom is the adultiest adult.
Yes.
That is our level of adult in the house, because like Jeremy and I are pretty much the same age, so we're just adultier adults. I've learned that the worst that's gonna happen is they're gonna say no or attack your physical appearance. That's it.
Man, you see me running out of the fucking Hot Topic ugly girl crying on my way to the door.
If I ever see you crying, there's something wrong.
That is true. I would just laugh and leave.
I was gonna say, I don't think I've seen you like cry since
I didn't cry
younger.
at Father's funeral. I'm not gonna cry. She called me an ugly piece of shit.
I was gonna say I didn't cry at Dad's funeral either. I've cried after. Like I've had sessions where I just go sit on the porch and disappear for like an hour, and will cry, because I truly think like when Dad first died, we were still just like it was shock and anger about everything, and we've moved on in our grieving process. I feel.
Yeah, I can see that.
Since it's been 2 years since he's passed.
The first stage is always denial, and I don't plan on leaving that fucking #1 stage.
I think what was hard for me is I honestly, this is gonna sound stupid, but I couldn't view him as dead because he kept coming back in my dreams. Like he kept coming back alive in my dreams.
No, I can understand that. All right, I understand how dream, especially for I don't know if it's as much for you as it is for me. To get a little bit off topic here, but I have very vivid dreams, And
I only,
I am I'll say about 50% of the time I am very good at controlling what is going on in the dreams, which makes it
yeah.
seem very much like reality.
No, I'm not. I when I do remember dreams, it has to be something that probably shook me to my core because I forget it usually when I wake up
Hmm.
if I don't write it down.
What's a dream?
And there you go.
Yep.
I mean, really, the more recent ones that have stuck with me are the ones where like Dad comes back and I'm
Oh
just
yeah,
like, why?
I've had a couple of those where he just kind of is there or shows up.
Well, I've had one where he's crawled out of the ground, even though we didn't bury him.
Yeah, yeah, that would be a little weird. He fucking comes crawling out the ground.
I mean, he's literally ashes, and somehow I still have dreams. Random. It's not so much anymore. It was around like the time he died, but he'd come out of the ground, and I'm like, how?
This is very confusing.
So, what? Since we talk about the death enough, what makes you feel alive,
Ooh.
Jeremy? What makes you feel alive?
I'm gonna go with the cop-out answer and say cocaine.
Jeremy,
Fucking smart.
I really expected you to just be like, Kara makes me feel alive. Anime makes me feel alive.
You know what
I
makes
mean,
me
actually,
feel alive?
I'm
Being alive.
pinching myself.
The heart that's beating in your chest. Wow, you guys are really bad
I,
at
I,
this.
I, I don't know.
Not like I honestly for Jeremy, probably something that makes him feel alive is driving a little faster than he's supposed to.
Yeah, it's not a little.
For
I guess most recent then. Nearly getting run over makes me feel alive. What the fuck? Did Jeremy just pass out? Did his head hit his desk? What the fuck was that sound?
That was Lindsay.
Oh,
Desk with my hand.
just your dung.
I mean, honestly, I probably have I become the more optimistic one somehow.
I mean, I felt pretty good when I didn't get run over. I felt pretty optimistic then. I felt
Especially 'cause, like,
alive.
I feel like you guys make me feel alive. Make me feel alive. You guys,
Oh, that
like,
is good.
you, Mom, Jeremy, Leo, you all give me like
See, I'm not a bitch though. I don't go with those mushy feelings.
maybe you would ask for that girl's number if you had mushy feelings. The goal of this podcast is to see how long it takes before Logan hates me.
Nah, the worst they can say is no.
Or insult your appearance.
I'm aware. Are we gonna sit on this question a lot longer? Or?
I mean, you just got quiet all of a sudden. Are you okay? Do we need to have a feelings check-in?
That's what I think your feelings check in.
Okay, if you were
Rude.
banned from the library, what would be the reason behind it?
I'm too goddamn loud.
Jeremy's
That's
gonna go with
that's
with a
the
cop-out.
honest answer.
That would be why I got kicked out. Yeah, you got too loud.
If I want to go with a stupid answer, I got a stupid answer.
What's Jeremy's answer? Why'd Jeremy get kicked out of the library?
Selling drugs.
He was eating the fucking books. Don't let him lie to you. I saw it.
I really expected Jeremy to go with the. Oh, I was looking up things I shouldn't have been on the computer.
That would be a Jeremy thing. See,
Like that's what I expected. See, so the library now has a bunch of video game consoles. So I feel like you and Jeremy would get kicked out because you guys got into a fight over for Mario Kart or Smash Brothers.
maybe.
I feel like I'd get kicked out because I would. Maybe because I would correct the text. Some of the. I honestly can't picture you pick man from a library.
The only other reason I can think is I fucking destroyed the library, falling into one of the shelves or something.
That you know what? I take that as my answer.
Hey, no, you can't take my answers.
Out of you and I, who falls more?
Who the fuck's more likely to topple a shelf? Me.
I got enough weight on me. I can do it.
Yeah, I don't gotta be moving to topple the shelf. I just fucking collapse into it and it's gone. All of them.
Just,
Fucking domino effect. It affects the ones it's not even touching or could touch. It's getting the next 2 rows over, fucking collapsing.
oh my god.
It's like a goddamn earthquake. I hear them.
All right, and
Whew.
some of these are so silly. Just what is the cutest animal you've ever seen in person?
In person,
Sugar glider.
Oh, that's good.
an Arctic fox or fennec fox. Capybaras are cute too.
They're probably delicious.
I would have
Probably.
to say either the dogs in the house, because I don't think I've seen that. Like truly sitting here thinking about it, I don't think I've seen that many animals in person. Besides, like what is at the like zoo and stuff.
I mean, that's
But,
in
like,
person.
But like Kara and Vader just have so much personality. They're so adorable. I'm going with a cop-out answer and saying the dogs in the house.
I mean, Percy was a lot more adorable after he got fucking ran into a door.
Oh well, rest in the cat. that got
Rest in
eaten by a
pieces.
dog. Yeah.
All right.
Not our dog. The neighborhood.
Yeah.
dog.
Next
got him.
question.
So.
I got
class-
one,
Okay, what is your question?
and it's not even part of any of those questions.
Yeah,
If we were in the Pokemon universe, and you had to eat a Pokemon, what Pokemon would it be?
Ooh, okay.
If I had to eat a Pokemon.
Hmm. Mm-mm.
Togepi before it hatches?
Fucking scrambled eggs over there.
I mean, you can't eat Meowth, Team Rocket one, because that one's sentient as shit.
Well, a Meowth. They're not specifically from the cartoon.
Honestly, I feel like the dragon that's not a dragon would be spicy.
Charizard.
Charizard?
Yes. Yeah, Charizard. I just wanted to put that in before Logan got a chance to put it in.
Is that yours, Charizard?
No, I feel like it would be too spicy, and I don't handle spicy well. I'm too white. I'm trying to think of all the Pokemon. I mean,
Yeah.
the new one that's coming out, Lechonk, would be some good bacon.
I forgot about Lechonk.
Final answer, Smalls?
Well, there's so many Pokemon. Hold on, let me pull up my Pokédex.
Damn you. Okay, I'm walking it. I think I got 2. I
Okay.
know the name of one, and I can't remember if it's the actual name of the second one. The first one is gonna be the Totodile evolution tree.
Okay.
Croconaw, I think, is the final evolution of the Totodile tree. If memory serves correctly. The second one
No, it's for alligator.
for alligator. Okay. But that would be one, because first off, I'm a southern boy, so gator meat's good. Second off, the Mammoth, the woolly mammoth Pokemon, just because that looks like it'd be fucking delicious.
Oh, I think I know which one you're talking.
Yeah, the one
And
that's
I'm
all.
copping out. I'm going Magikarp.
It's just scales and bone.
I mean, I could cop out and do Tauros, because it's a bull. Oh, Ditto, it could be any Pokemon. Just eating slime at that
Just
point.
yeah, eating fucking goo. It can even be people too, which is weird.
Yeah. Wow, they have so many different evolutions of 2 on the thing.
Oh yeah, there's over like 900 Pokemon now.
Yeah, I know. I'm
Alright.
just scrolling through to see.
10 seconds left. 9.
Oh,
8,
but I love this one so much. The
7,
Marp, the sheep-looking
6.
one.
So you want some fucking lamb chops?
I mean, to be fair, the Tauros one is probably going to be my answer because I feel like that would be the most appetizing.
That's a cop-out answer though. Come on.
And then Meep is good too.
It's like
Marie-
saying going with a milk tank. A milk tank. Cuz
Teddy
it's a
Ursa is
fucking
just
cow.
too cute. I can't eat that one because it reminds me of Ranger.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Let's
One.
go. Let's go. What is it pronounced? Inti? The lion
Entei?
one? Yeah, that one. I'll eat that one.
Okay.
I don't know how to pronounce things. And it's been a long time since I watched Pokemon.
Yeah.
There are so many Pokemon, my god. And there's like generations I've not even played.
Oh, there are a lot of generations I've not even played.
Like I was there for the first round, you know, like red or emerald and sapphire and red, green and yellow.
The first couple rounds, yeah.
So I
Well,
played
like,
hardcore the first couple rounds.
I'd say I've got confidently obviously the first gen Pokemon. And then I'd say the second and third gen Pokemon I've got a pretty good feel on.
Oh, I love the bunny one too with the floppy ass ear. That'd be so
All right,
good.
all right. Smallest question.
Okay, your answer. I do that all the time.
You see the kind of disrespect I get?
I'm older than you. What's your question, my dude?
No, next question.
Oh, I thought you were asking me a question. You said, okay, Smalls, question. uh... I feel like the answers I'd get on this aren't going to be important.
Yeah, there's still answers though.
What gives you hope?
The Force Luke. Yeah, that's a pretty lame question.
Yeah, I know,
Jeremy
that's
hasn't
what
even tuned in to answer. He's still over there playing his.
No, I'm thinking.
What gives you hope, Jeremy? In the world we live in, not much, but what gives you hope?
I'm copping out and saying my girlfriend.
There you go. That's a good answer.
I'll take that answer. I could cop out to it and say my boyfriend. What's your favorite thing you've collected? Because we each have something that we've collected. And it could just be something that was gifted to you or something you bought yourself. But what is your favorite thing in your collection?
Huh. My favorite thing in my collection.
Yeah. Like if it went missing, it might bring a tear to your eye. See, this is good. I feel like it's harder for Jeremy because Jeremy is an avid collector, has quite a few figures.
I gotta say, already pretty high up there, obviously, is gonna be the Darth Vader helmet.
Oh.
It's fucking dope.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm glad you like that.
He's
It's
really
fucking
glad you like
dope.
that much.
But-
Oh, that
but
was
You have
great.
no.
Other than that, I think it's gotta be probably the fucking great sword I have.
Okay.
I need to turn on the light.
Jeremy's gonna walk around the room and see what. Because, like, for me, is probably is something that, like, Jeremy's gotten me also is, like, the Sailor Moon figure. Like, I'd be really upset if those went missing. And, like, the Displacer Beast cat that
Mhm.
Jeremy bought me, the little thing, like,
Yeah.
that was something that I've wanted for a long time, and I couldn't just bring myself to buy it, even if it was, like, $20, I think. That was something that I'm, like, if it goes missing, I'll be, like, that's, like, one of the few things that are on the shelf there. And then, he's bought me the big Bakugo,
Oh yeah.
angry Bakugo from My Hero.
Oh
So,
yeah.
like, basically,
The All Might's fucking great as well. The giant All Might.
yeah. So I'd have to say it's probably, like, the Sailor Moon figures.
My
You're okay.
my fucking my Crow Flask.
Yeah.
That's another one.
Yeah.
I'd have to. That I'd probably shed a tear over would be my winter Konosuba figures.
Ah.
Those are something you wanted for a long time, too. I remember.
And then
Getting all of them
my
in their winter outfits was hard, too.
Valhalla plushies, the Valhalla cyberpunk bartender,
Yeah.
not the bad Valhalla, which is Assassin's Creed.
Oh, I was gonna say, you also have the little Nindroid, right? Coming in March of next year?
Ooh, fuck.
Yeah, that's pre-ordered. That's not. Yeah.
from the Valhalla.
One that I gotta say holds a big amount of sentimental value that
Turn off the light.
technically can't be replaced.
Yeah.
Is gotta be the welded together X-wing that Padre used to have on his desk.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. Yeah,
That's
that's.
storage, right?
No, it's here. I have it in my
Oh, you
room.
Oh, you have it in the room. Okay. Well, I know, the Millennium Falcon is.
Yeah, the Millennium Falcon's in the shed. Is in storage in the shed.
Yeah.
That people I wouldn't cry over, but people would lose their life over.
But are you gonna do what Dad did and hang the ceiling?
He didn't hang that one from the ceiling. Hell no, I'm not gonna hang that one from the ceiling.
No, the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, he didn't hang that from the ceiling.
I thought he had it hung up with the invisible wire stuff.
No, that was the baby one.
Oh.
He didn't hang that big one up. That big
I
one
thought the
sat
big one-
on top of it, on top of the metal shelf in his den.
Okay. Okay, that makes more sense.
And he had that one like wallpaper or not wallpaper, fucking ornate folding table. What do you call that? The paper that goes over the folding table.
Favorite the folding table.
The shit you put over a folding over the folding table.
Oh, a tablecloth.
Tablecloth, thank you. Yeah, he had the fucking like wooden looking tablecloth that he used for like a desert ground that he put under it and had the fucking falcon sitting on.
My brain keeps wanting to say wallpaper. But
Yeah, I knew it wasn't a wallpaper, which.
Yeah. Okay. So rapid fire. What is your favorite color? Mine is teal.
Jeremy.
Pastel pink.
Pastel pink, which is a color Jeremy can't see.
Shh, don't tell them.
It's fucking great. Sorry, to get us off track for a moment. It's great because Jeremy, while standing in Hobby Lobby, holds up 2 spray cans to me and he goes, I like this one, but these are both the same color to me. And I'm like, okay, this one's a little bit lighter and this one's a little bit darker. And he's like, okay, I'll go with this one.
I had to.
That's great. Okay, favorite color?
Sorry. Yeah, that fucking just got me. I mean, it's got to be fucking blue, like in my logo.
Yeah.
Dark blue,
you don't
royal
really like
blue.
The dark, I was gonna say you like the royal blue. I like the tealish blues. If
Yeah.
you could meet one person, who would it be?
Of all time?
Yeah, and it could be a fictional person too. I'm caught between two, honestly.
Uh, okay. D- Is there stuff to be gained from this meeting?
It just like if you could meet them and hang out with them, or like join their lives, I guess.
Because I honestly would try to go for like Deku,
Oh, that's a good
all
one.
for one power, just because. But if I had to go with a realistic person, or a real person, a realistic person. If I had to go with a real person, I would probably go with either Nikolai Tesla. Would probably be my first go.
Okay. I mean, both mine are fictional. But I would go and want to join their lives. Jeremy, what's your answer?
Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, that's a good one. Mine are Ron Swanson.
Well,
or,
that's a realistic character,
or Captain Mel.
and that's a realistic character as well.
That's just Nathan Fillion.
Yeah,
Yeah, pretty much. Just
exactly what
Nathan
that is.
Fillion.
But
I mean, but like, I want to meet Ron Swanson, not necessarily the actor, but like, I want to be a part of Ron Swanson's life to learn not to give a fuck like he does.
oh yeah, I could fucking teach you that. Come on.
I love Ron Swanson, and then Nathan Fillion has just always kind of been somebody that I'm like, I love that guy.
It's fucking
He's-
great.
He's like top tier entertainment comes from that man.
Oh yeah.
Favorite color?
Second non-realistic character is probably gonna be why am I blanking? Why am I blanking? I just had it like 30 seconds ago.
Nefumi.
No.
Um,
I guess I only got one. God damn it! I was trying to fucking remember the
What?
name.
what show was it from or whatever?
Fucking magic user.
Magic. Aang.
Nope.
Moggy, Sinbad.
Jeremy's just listening off shit. I would never know.
Magic user. Kamina? No.
Why am
I don't think he needs to finish watching that.
He does. What is the Konosuba dude?
No, not.
Not Kazuma.
Is it a male or female?
No. Fucking Merlin.
Merlin.
Which Merlin?
The Merlin.
No. I have to go like which Merlin? Disney Merlin,
Not Disney.
CW Merlin.
Fairy tale, like fairy tales Merlin. The Merlin.
Okay.
Because
I had to ask, 'cause there's so many
I would love to learn fucking magic.
Okay, all right.
And I don't mean the TV show or anything. I mean like the Merlin.
You just mean Merlin,
Yes.
as in the myth.
Yes.
Okay.
You need to watch Soul Eaters just so you can meet Excalibur.
Because my brain
Is
kept
there a
going.
talking floating sword?
Oh, it's worse than that.
Fuck.
My brain went to that you wanted to meet Matthew Mercer, and you just kept going magic user.
Magic user. I mean, trust me, to meet any of the Critical Role cast would be fucking great.
Travis, Laura, yes.
Any of them would be fucking great. Specifically, my top like 3 are gonna be fucking Travis, Sam, and Matt.
Honestly, my top 3 are probably Laura, Travis.
Honestly, because I am a
Talison's gonna be in there.
simp for this game for near top out of the Critical Role cast is Laura Bailey and Liam O'Brien.
Oh yeah, that's
Okay.
right, Lee.
Liam O'Brien is probably 4th on my list.
Yeah, I would say Liam and Sam kind of are like interchangeable.
Wow.
Like if
I,
on my fourth spot because like I love them both for different reasons.
Mhm.
I love I mean
I guess the reason Sam's in my is in my number 3 spot is because he plays Mephisto and fucking Blue Exorcist.
yeah, and
And,
Sam's not
and
in Jeremy's list because Sam voices a character in Final Fantasy and ruins it for him.
and just that level of fucking personality is fucking hilarious to me.
That's like Taliesin was Gara in uh Naruto. I think his name's Gara. The boy with the sand.
Nope, that would be Liam O'Brien, I believe.
What's that
Yeah, because they dress up as their Halloween characters, and I'm 92% sure that's Liam O'Brien, dressed up as Sandboy.
I'm looking it up. Just because I can't remember. Oh yeah, I guess it was Liam. Oh yeah, okay, it was Liam. Then who the fuck does Taliesin voice? I feel like I should know.
Taliesin voices a lot of weird characters, which fits his personality.
Yeah, to be fair, yeah. I don't know why, but in my brain, because it's been so long since I've watched the episode where he dressed up as Gara. But I literally for some reason swapped Taliesin on Gara. But I was right that it was the character. Okay, let's see. What is your favorite song currently?
Ooh, favorite song currently. Let me pull open my Spotify.
Because I've been really on that Pineapple song.
Yeah, I've heard it like 12 times in a
Yeah,
single car ride.
Pineapple is definitely one of my favorites right now. It's because when I find a song I like, I tend to loop it until I get bored of it.
Fair enough. I often do the same thing. Uh, currently relevant to I'll give you two. Currently relevant to me that I just came across. I think it's a little older. Not too old. Not like fucking back in the 2000s or later. It's like the 2010s, late
Mm-hmm.
2010s, because whatnot. The Fridge by Cooper Allen. It's good.
I'll have to
It's a fucking funny country song. And then recent and relevant. Not
yeah.
only recent relevant and a song I like is the fucking "Who's Ready for Tomorrow" that came from Edge Runners.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Jeremy
My
went down
bank
an
account is 000. Yeah,
yeah, okay. Jeremy went down an Edge Runners
I mean
playlist.
I did
Hey,
too.
I mean, everybody listen to the playlist at work all day today.
What is your favorite song or two right now?
Right now,
Mm-hmm.
oh,
Yours would change the most, I think, out of us because you really are a music. You love music.
I think it's I really want to stay at your house, or I really want
Yep.
you to stay at my house.
I really want to stay at your house. Yep.
That's one for right now, but God, because I have a few. Like I have another one that's like all time, which is "Every Day Is Night" by Garode, which is just like a background track that like constantly plays in my head.
Dude,
Honestly,
tell me
I was
about it. You want to know my number one background track that plays in my head? Is "I Want to Be Like You," the fucking Christopher Robin, or not Christopher Robin, not Christopher Robin, Christopher Walken. Sorry, I fucking went to the poo there. "I Want to Be Like You" from the 2016 Jungle Book.
That's a good one. And then
I honestly expected more Ninja Six Party out of one of you.
like I love Ninja Sex Party. Like I absolutely love them, but like because they're up there, but they're like not.
They're not a background
T-
kind of thing.
yeah, that doesn't play in my background. But then like also my other like top song would be "The Odyssey" by Symphony X. 25-minute song.
Well, I think I'm broken because I don't think I have music in the background all the time. Other than when somebody randomly sings something and then stuck in my head.
I mean, I don't often have music playing entirely in the background. That's just a song that at least more recently, anyways, commonly gets stuck in the back of my head on repeat.
Okay.
Like I may
What
not be
is
able to sing it word for word for the lyrics, but it plays in my head.
okay. What is your favorite meal? Because we know it's not Hamburger Helper
Yeah,
for either of you.
steak and potatoes.
Steak and potatoes. Something you don't have that often.
Yeah.
Because you don't like the way I make steak, so I don't make steak, and I'm not somebody who really eats steak because I'd be made fun of for the way if I chose to eat it.
Well done and ketchup.
Well done. I probably wouldn't do the ketchup because I feel like then I'd get it slapped out of my hand.
Fucking disgrace. I wouldn't feed that to the dogs.
Jeremy, what's your favorite meal?
Hmm.
I'd say that
Lemon breaded steak with rice and mashed potatoes.
lemon breaded steak
That is very oddly specific.
with rice and mashed potatoes. Okay then. I feel
I'll
like
have to make it one day, but I'm just too lazy.
yeah, you'd have to get that. I definitely feel like I would ruin something like that. I would say this is probably the weirdest answer, but one of my favorite meals, and I don't know if it's just nostalgia, but the Hot Pockets that the school used to make.
Okay.
That was one of my. I'm really like
Oh.
like pastas and pizzas, but that because Nana used to make them. Those slapped.
Yeah.
Because Nana was a lunch lady for both of us at one point.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm not
Food
gonna
went to
lie.
shit though when I got to fucking fourth grade, fourth. I think it was fourth grade. Food went to shit
Yeah. I mean,
because everything had to be non, fucking no protein, all soy, no carbs, blah 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 blah.
I mean, I feel like food, even to this day, is still weird in the school.
Oh yeah, it's
Because
still shit.
it's like I send school lunch with Lego, but then they don't like what I send.
Which is absolute fucking bullshit.
But like the doctors want me to keep his weight up with certain things, stuff like that. So it is what it is.
I'll fucking walk up to that school and lay it out flat for him. I don't give a shit.
And I mean, I'm just was like, okay, I'll just send goldfish or something. Because he doesn't even eat half the time he takes his lunch to school.
Yeah.
He waits till he gets home to eat.
I don't fucking blame him. He probably got tired of kids going, "Ooh, you got some good shit."
I mean, he when he took the Dino Nuggets to school, he came back like 2 days later and he's like to tell me this information.
Uh-huh.
He's like he was like, oh, you have to make 100 Dino Nuggets for me to take to school. And I was like, I'm not making Dino Nuggets for you to take to school to hand out to other kids.
Right. She's trying to be friendly.
We're at what, like an hour and...
Yeah, we're almost at the 2 mark, but we can keep going.
I don't know, I was going to say that I think we'll end it here, because that's a little bit about us, and we'll get the actual segment we're going to go.
Our segmented stuffs.
Yeah, because I would love to do Am I the Asshole with you, because I feel like you are going to have such a different opinion than probably Jeremy and I.
Maybe no.
I mean, I know how you think a lot of the time, so I want to try to find more ones to see what
ones that really make me choose.
Yeah, because like I want to do an Am I the Ass that like kind of based on some stuff that we know about and
yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, and then I want to do some I would love to do some spooky stuff or crime stuff and just be like, okay, what would you have done different? I feel like
you want to get the play-by-play from me
yeah,
of mistakes made by people.
because I feel like you are not very into the crime junkie stuff.
I don't
Or-
I
or-
don't I don't listen or watch all that shit. Yeah.
And I very much I love and that's why we drink crime and wine stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
So I think it would be fun because you're somebody who knows about like that and shit. So I think it'd be fun to do some like random stories, whether it be some ghost stories or some.
Oh yeah,
true
I'd be
crime
down for that. That'd
think
be
that-
fun.
yeah.
I first off, my number one answer is always gonna be just punch the ghost.
stories. Sometimes they're not ghosts though. Sometimes they're
But
They're
come on, please. That's easier.
uh,
Bring a UV flashlight with you. And ooh.
honestly, thinking about doing ghost stories like and stuff just makes me think of that Wellington Police Department, Paranormal Department thing I watched on HBO Max. It was so funny. I love shows like that. That was great. Jeremy watched an episode or two with me.
It was very funny.
It was great.
I watched a few episodes. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. You watched a few too. It's really much my humor. My humor is very much B horror or C horror.
Yeah, I fucking those are great. Oh.
Like since it's spooky season, why don't we do our favorite Halloween, and then we'll close out.
Our favorite what?
Halloween, our scary movie.
Our favorite scary movie.
Yeah,
All right.
I'll go first. It's Behind the Mask: The Rise of Leslie Vernon.
You know, strangely, I saw that coming.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to go first, so you couldn't say it. I could go with my backup answer: Rubber. That was a ridiculous movie, but it was great.
I'm gonna go with Evil Dead.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah, that one makes
The
sense.
classic Evil Dead.
Okay.
Logan.
Favorite horror movie
Or scary movie.
or scary? What?
Horror and scary are two different genres.
Yeah, but
But
it's
fall under the same genre.
yeah, exactly. It's lies you're trying to perpetrate here. Cause like I could go with like Tremors, but that's not really a horror movie. That's or any of that.
I mean, it is a horror film.
I think it's more of a suspense film.
It's a yeah. I put it more towards suspense thriller, suspense
Yeah.
action thriller. Sorry.
Suspense comedy action thriller.
It's got good bits of comedy in there. What was I thinking? Then I would probably have to go with my favorite category, my favorite category, and favorite group of movies probably that at least hold my favorite movie, and that would have to be Alien.
Yeah, I could see that.
That is a fucking good movie. Even
Logan's trying to make me play Alien Isolation now.
yep.
Yeah, you know what? It's late. You should probably play that after this.
Yeah.
I mean, I can until I get sleepy, which will be in like another hour. I'll probably pass out.
That is a good one to play.
I mean, yeah.
Or at least to watch somebody play and like actually watch, not just kind of have it play on your second monitor while you kind of just do stuff. Something to actually intently watch.
I mean, I started playing it. Like,
Yeah.
I just am very bad at. I since adapting
Very,
to
very
compute.
slow at it.
I like to look at everything because I come from being a
Literally.
simmer. Yeah, I come from being a simmer, and you know, escape rooms are my favorite thing. And I don't know what Jeremy's doing. So
Sounds
I
like you're
guess
falling
that's-
down a damn flight of rubber stairs.
I
But
guess
all right, enough.
messing with the arms
Don't
on a
fucking
chair.
wear rubber clogs over there.
Yeah, especially with the arms on his chair.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, the arms to my chair. I'm
You
sorry.
know what?
I have...
That's gonna be another segment. Jeremy Matt has to make a random sound, and we have to figure out what it is.
Okay.
That'd be fun. We need to write these down.
Start writing.
No. Okay.
But-
I guess we're gonna go play, or I'm gonna go play Alien Isolation while Logan and Jeremy make fun of me
Yeah, and scare her.
and scare me because apparently I didn't have to be scared for the first good chunk of the game.
Oh yeah, she played through the whole entire first chunk of the game. I don't know if she was intentionally just going slow.
No, I
'cause,
didn't want to die.
Yeah, but she fucking. The weird thing is too with you, Smalls, you didn't crouch for most of it to go slow.
'cause I'm-
You just kind of meandered, walking around like some fucking sim NPC.
It's because I don't know how to run on fucking
Yeah, click in the
console.
movement stick, left stick. But all right, that is gonna do it for this one, guys.
All right, see you later, guys. Bye.
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 Just leaves call.
Just fucking go.